Hello and welcome to Twilight Sessions. My name is Prophet and today I have a message for you. The reading for today is specific to August 1st, 2025. Today is day 4 of our Lionsgate portal reading, but wherever you are in time and space, this energy likely applies to you right now. Because time does not exist, it is not linear, whatever we are going through right now during the Lionsgate portal, you can tap into at any time. So our world is currently being washed in very high energy or high vibration energy, and so we as human beings of the earth are also getting the benefit of that bath. And during these within these readings, we are learning how to connect to this energy to the highest potential for the most good, wherever you are, wherever you happen to be on your spiritual journey. So the spread is already here, but we're going to start with just a quick breath together. So let's take a second to ground in, to ground down. So you're welcome to close your eyes or soften your gaze. And just take a little exhale, let it go. Then as you're ready, take a deep breath in. And release. Beautiful. On this channel, we are blessed to have Archangel Michael and Jesus guiding, healing, blessing, and protecting us as we go through our journey. So if those energies are resonating with you at this time, you are definitely in the right place. And if these energies are new to you, stick around because these energies might be coming into your life for a reason at this time. So see if there's anything in this video that is applicable to you. So again, we're going through the Lionsgate portal right now. This is day 4. We're starting with the Four of Cups. Got the Four of Cups coming out. And during this intense portal that we're in, which I see is kind of like a tunnel, you might be feeling like isolating. You might be feeling like stepping outside of the flow because it can be kind of intense. I know for myself that the energy of the Lionsgate portal and every day that I've been doing a reading, super intense. It's just been really intense for me. And the Four of Cups is definitely, I'm like, yes, like, let's just step back for a second. So with the Four of Cups, we're just going to pull up the, so we've got withdrawal and apathy, right? So there is like this desire to go inwards, the desire to step away from the intense flow of energy that is happening right now. And it could just be because the current is pulling you along in a way that you were not prepared for. As we start and like carry on our spiritual journey, there is a like loss of control isn't quite the right word, but a need to surrender, right? You need to surrender to the flow. The Emperor is coming up next, which I think is an interesting card because this card is all about control and structure. So within this Lionsgate portal, we are being swept along in such a way that there might be a desire to step back. And that desire is coming from the need to control and to structure, right? So the Eight of Swords is coming up, and we actually had this card yesterday too. And this card is all about limiting beliefs. We talked a lot about this card yesterday on day 3. This is like the beliefs that are limiting you, that are keeping you small, that are keeping you even potentially from entering the flow, right? So if you're being swept along on this spiritual journey and you're feeling the need to step back, my question to you is, why do you need to step back? The Eight of Swords here is telling me that there is a belief or a mindset that you hold about yourself that is preventing you from entering the flow. And since we've got the Emperor card coming out, I'm almost feeling that your need to control is the limiting belief, which is interesting because I usually see the Emperor card as like a positive thing, or like a boon to have in your life. But in this instance, I think that this is what's holding you back, is that need to control. And it's kind of like, what I'm hearing is like, let go and let God. So rather than needing to have everything like line up perfectly according to your ego's idea of what's right, the call is to go with the flow. So the next card coming up is the Seven of Swords. And, excuse me, I'm just pulling up the, yeah, I've got sneakiness and aloofness happening. Excuse me. So the Seven of Swords urges you to confront what you are hiding and why you are hiding it. Sometimes it is wise to go your own way or to separate from the pack. But is this coming from a place of integrity or is it coming from a place of dishonor? Have you slipped into any dubious mental tendencies such as procrastination or betrayal? It is important to be honest with yourself, and this card appears when you are trying to justify doing something you know is sketchy. Question the ethics you are leaning into. A little sneakiness isn't always a bad thing, but it's a fine line to skate. And I think that is exactly right. Of like, okay, so you're going along and something is feeling off, but why? You know, whatever it is that is making you want to step out of the flow, question what that is. A thing that I'm noticing here in all three of these cards, with the Four of Cups, the Seven of Swords, and the Eight of Swords, is that in each of these cards there is an element of isolation and like being outside of something, right? So we've got the Four Cups outside of the flow of the river. We've got the one sword outside of the seven other swords, and then in the Seven of Swords, we've got the one sword out here on the side of the other seven swords, or the other six swords. So we've got like this sense of separation from everything else. And because we're going through a portal, we are going through an energetic shift, and I've said this in the past few videos, there is a before and an after. And so right now what you're feeling is the in-between the before and the after, right? So we're currently in like this kind of awkward phase of like, well, we've started the process, but we're not quite done yet, and so we're just in this weird limbo. But as you're going along, notice if you are stepping outside of the lessons that want to be learned. Okay, so the Emperor is wise, the Emperor is intelligent, but the Emperor energy also has a lot of rigidness to it and maybe even too much structure. So I'm feeling that right now the structures of your life are being torn down. This was what we saw yesterday with the Tower, the Three of Swords. There was a lot of upheaval happening in this portal. And again, this doesn't have to be a bad thing. That's the thing, is that if you learn to go with the flow and if you learn to ride the waves rather than taking yourself away from the flow, you get through it faster, right? If you just ride the current, you'll get to the ocean. But if you take yourself out of the current, you will not get to where you're going. Because, you know, you were scared of the rapids, or you were scared of the seemingly random or chaotic energy that your Emperor self just cannot even handle because you need that structure. I love the way the Emperor is portrayed in this deck, which is like lines of neatly planted poppies. You know, just like each row is very neat. There isn't a single weed or a leaf out of place. And so this is probably where you're coming from, is like needing to know that everything is exactly as it should be. But the rest of the spread is kind of saying, like, why? Why do you need to control everything so much? Why can't you go with the flow? Like, maybe your need to control things is what's keeping you back. Now, fun enough, we've got the Six of Wands coming up as like the last card in the first line, and this is victory. So I'm feeling that if and when you decide to go inwards and look at your motives for the reason that you're wanting to take yourself away from the flow of energy as it's happening, you will find the right answer. You will find the honest and true answer. Oh, we've got Butch here to join us. So I live with 4 cats. 2 of them are mine. You guys have met June Wednesday before. But I've got 2 more cats, and Butch is the most witchy cat of all of them. And she's here with us right now. I think she's kind of camera shy though. So there is success. If you do the work, you will find the answers. So let's find out some more about this energy right now and how you can get back into the flow. All right, excellent. Okay, so the spread that came out is very, it's just, you know how it is. It's interesting. All right, so first off, we've got the Lovers coming up, and this is telling me that you have multiple sides of yourself that need to be woven together, that want to come together. And this is probably who you want to be and who you think you should be, who you already are, and who everybody else thinks you are, right? So like every being, every aspect of you, there are many different yous. There are so many different yous out there. And this card is telling me that they all want to come together. So I'm feeling that as we progress through this Lion's Gate portal, the process of becoming, which is also a process of taking away what is not you, is a very vulnerable process. And the Emperor here is telling me that there is like this desire to put up a front of like, I know what I'm doing, I'm in control of all of this and all that. When in reality, the other cards are telling me that you actually are feeling separated and isolated, and probably misunderstood because of those things. So the Lovers is saying that those things want to be combined. They want to be married. So the aspects of yourself that all feel very dissonant right now want to actually come together into harmony. And then we've got the Chariot, which again is mirroring. So we've got the Four of Cups, but then we've got the Chariot. So we've got the need to jump back into the water. The Chariot, I mean, this card is literally a river, raging river here. You are being called to enter the flow and to not fear the current as it pulls you. With the Guardian of Cups coming out, I mean, it's literally a fish in water, in water. The Guardian, which is the Queen energy, is saying that you are in touch with your emotions, or if you're not currently, you have the opportunity now to connect deeply with your emotions so that you can navigate the waters of this portal with ease and grace, like a fish navigates water. This card is falling right beneath the Eight of Swords, which is telling me that the limiting beliefs you have the emotional intelligence to recognize and then overcome, but with like a very gentle and nurturing aspect. So this isn't the King energy, this is the Queen energy, which is a little bit more yin, more receptive, more intuitive, more nurturing, rather than the King, which is more structured, more like intelligent, or like thought, like brain-based rather than heart-based. So the Guardian is saying that you have the emotional intelligence you need to face the limiting beliefs that are keeping you out of the flow right now. Then the Five of Cups is coming up, and this is telling me that you are feeling a sense of loss. Again, we've got the river here, which is what I'm seeing right now is the portal. So as you're going through this portal, you're losing aspects of yourself, or it's not even aspects of yourself, it's beliefs about who and what you are or should be. And so as these parts fall away from you that you're realizing are no longer true, they might have served you at one time, they might have even been true at one time, but they are no longer true, that might feel like a loss. And that can feel upsetting at first. But as always with the Five of Cups, there are 2 cups left standing. And as your little fish guardian of Cups self, you'll be able to swim across the river just fine to get to those still standing cups. And then we've got the Ten of Pentacles coming out as the final card over on this spread here, which is stability and establishment. We've got a nice strong tree trunk here. Let's see. So we've got the Ten of Pentacles connects you to a powerful grounding force. The tree trunk is solid, firm, and established. In some circumstances, change is a good thing, but this card reminds you that at other times it's better to stick with what is tried and true. What routines and traditions best serve you? Perhaps now is the time to recommit to those approaches. So, what I'm seeing in this Ten of Pentacles specifically is that everything that is falling away from you, so all of the cups that have been broken, or the beliefs that are keeping you limited, that are no longer serving you, all of that's being cut away from you right now, or you are currently releasing it, right? Like you're seeing, sorry, they're cutting down trees next to my house, so enjoy some nice tree cutting ASMR. But everything is being cut away from you, but the tree is left standing. So the part of you that remains is the true part of you, which is mirrored in the Six of Wands. So we've got, whew, that is loud. I'm so sorry, you guys. I'm like yelling over this wood chipper. It's just what the universe has to offer today. So you've got success coming in, and it is in the form of you being left whole. So there is no part of you that is being lost that is not necessary or isn't a part of your true nature. And it all comes back to the Lover's card and like the bringing together of all of yourselves while also releasing all of the parts of you that don't serve you anymore. And oh, beautiful. I was about to ask for another message, but the deck gave them to me without even needing to be asked. So we've got the Magician popping out and then the Sun popping out. So when you finally release all of that old kind of bullshit from your being, be them negative beliefs, limiting beliefs, stories you told about yourself, you know, whatever it is, you have all of the tools you need to continue and to grow. So the tree has been pruned of everything that is no longer serving it, but that means it has more energy to grow new leaves, to grow new branches. And in the direction that you want to go, which is of course towards the sun, which is where we're all ultimately heading. And in my view of the deck, the sun is God. We are reaching towards the highest vibration, which is oneness with all. The sun is also revealing the truth, which is that you are one with all. So the outcome of all of this hard work is beautiful. The magician knows how to create the reality they want. And the sun is your guiding light. You have the sun to guide you. Yeah, and it all comes down to going with the flow. We've got the Chariot and the Guardian of Cups, and I think those are the two energies you will really find the most helpful as you navigate this very interesting time, this portal that we're in. The Chariot is taking you there. You know where you're going, which is to the other side. And the Guardian is telling you that you have the ability to flow, to swim, to ride the current, and whatever comes out on the other side is going to be a strong, sturdy, complete version of yourself that you can then use to build the reality of your dreams. And then we're using the sun as our guide. So I'm going to leave it there today because the noise is just becoming too much to yell over. I hope you can hear me. Thank you so much for being here today. I hope you got a lot out of this reading. I know I certainly will be chewing on this for the rest of the day. And I can't wait to see you in tomorrow's video. So until then, my friend, happy August 1st. Happy day wherever you are in time and space. Blessed be. Peace go with you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.